Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to become a legend? Is it just talent? Or is it something more? Today, we're diving into the raw and filtered stories of athletes who didn't just play the game, they changed it. These are the icons who started with absolutely nothing and climbed their way to the very top, proving that the human spirit is the most powerful force on earth. Their journeys are more than just inspiring, they're a testament to what's possible when you refuse to give up. Let's start with one of the most recognized names in sports history, Cristiano Ronaldo. Before the sold-out stadiums, the golden boots, and the global fame, Ronaldo's life was a world away from the luxury we see today. He grew up in a small, tin-roofed home in Madeira, Portugal, sharing a single room with his 3 siblings. His family struggled financially, and his father, a kit man at a local football club, battled with alcoholism. Young Cristiano was often teased for his thick Madeiran accent when he moved to the mainland to chase his dream. He was skinny, and many doubted he had the physical build to succeed. But what he had was an unquenchable fire. He would stay late after practice, honing his skills, doing extra workouts, and pushing himself beyond his limits. He once said, "Talent without working hard is nothing." He wasn't just working to be good, he was working to be the best. His relentless dedication turned a skinny kid from a poor island into one of the greatest footballers of all time, a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, and an inspiration to millions. From the football pitch to the basketball court, let's talk about LeBron James. Before he was King James, he was just a kid from Akron, Ohio, facing immense hardship. Born to a 16-year-old single mother, LeBron's early life was a constant struggle. They moved from apartment to apartment, often staying with friends or relatives. For a period, he and his mom were homeless. School was his sanctuary, and sports became his escape. He missed 83 days of school in the 4th grade because of the instability at home. It was his youth football coach, Frankie Walker, who took him in, providing the stability and structure he desperately needed. It was on the basketball court that LeBron found his calling. He wasn't just playing for fun, he was playing for a future. He was playing for a way out for his family. His talent was undeniable, but it was his work ethic and his understanding of the bigger picture that set him apart. He carried the weight of his city on his shoulders, promising to bring them a championship, a promise he famously fulfilled. Today, LeBron is not only a 4-time NBA champion but also a powerful philanthropist, using his platform to build schools and create opportunities for kids just like him. Now, let's lace up our running shoes and look at the story of the fastest man alive, Usain Bolt. Growing up in the rural parish of Trelawney, Jamaica, life was simple, but not easy. His family ran a small local grocery store, and money was often tight. In his community, there were no fancy tracks or state-of-the-art training facilities. Bolt honed his incredible speed running on grass fields, sometimes barefoot. He was a naturally gifted athlete, but initially, his focus was on cricket. It was his cricket coach who noticed his lightning speed and encouraged him to try track and field. Even then, his path wasn't a straight line to the top. Bolt was known for being a bit of a prankster, not always taking his training as seriously as his coaches would have liked. He faced injuries and setbacks that could have derailed his career. But when the moment came, when the world was watching at the Olympics, he locked in. He transformed his raw, natural talent into pure, unadulterated dominance. He didn't just win races, he shattered world records with a smile on his face, bringing an infectious joy to the sport. Usain Bolt showed the world that a kid from a humble village in Jamaica could become a global superstar, the undisputed king of sprint. From the track to the tennis court, the journey of Serena and Venus Williams is a story of family, faith, and sheer defiance. They grew up in Compton, California, a neighborhood known more for gangs and violence than for tennis champions. Their father, Richard Williams, had a vision. He famously wrote a 78-page plan to turn his daughters into tennis prodigies before they were even born. He taught them the game on cracked, public courts, often littered with debris. They faced immense challenges. They were outsiders in a predominantly white, wealthy sport. They endured racist remarks and were often scrutinized and underestimated. While other kids were playing in junior tournaments, Richard kept them focused on their training and education, protecting them from the pressures and prejudices of the circuit. This unconventional approach built not only their skills but also their mental fortitude. Together, they stormed the world of tennis, shattering stereotypes and breaking records. Serena went on to become arguably the greatest player of all time, with 23 Grand Slam singles titles. Their story is a powerful reminder that with a clear plan and unwavering belief, you can change the world, even from the most unlikely of places. Let us step into the boxing ring with a man whose story is the epitome of a rags-to-riches tale, Manny Pacquiao. Before he was the Pac-Man, an 8-division world champion, he was a young boy living in extreme poverty in the Philippines. At times, his family was so poor that they couldn't afford rice. Pacquiao dropped out of school and left home at the age of 14, stowing away on a boat to Manila, hoping to find work and pursue a boxing career to help support his family. He lived on the streets, fighting in underground matches for a few dollars. He was small and underweight, but he fought with a ferocity born from desperation. He was literally fighting for his survival, for his next meal. That hunger never left him. It fueled his relentless training and his aggressive, all-action style in the ring. He rose through the weight classes, defeating bigger, stronger opponents and capturing the hearts of his nation. Manny Pacquiao became more than a boxer. He became a symbol of hope for the Filipino people, a living testament that no matter how dire your circumstances, you can fight your way to the top. And what about the world of mixed martial arts? Look no further than Conor McGregor. Before the notorious persona, the flashy suits, and the record-breaking pay-per-views, Conor was a plumber's apprentice from Crumlin, a suburb of Dublin, Ireland. He hated the work and dreamed of a life as a professional fighter. In 2008, he decided to quit his plumbing job to chase his dream full-time, a decision that put him on welfare. He was collecting social security checks just weeks before his UFC debut. He and his longtime partner, Dee Devlin, struggled to make ends meet, living in a small apartment and driving a rundown car. But McGregor had an unshakable belief in himself. He would visualize his success, speaking it into existence long before it happened. He combined this secret of manifestation with an obsessive work ethic, training relentlessly at the Straight Blast Gym. His charisma was undeniable, but it was backed by genuine skill and knockout power. He predicted his victories, called his shots, and then delivered, becoming the UFC's first ever 2-division champion and the biggest star the sport has ever seen. His journey from collecting welfare checks to becoming a global icon is a masterclass in self-belief. These stories are about more than just winning trophies or earning massive paychecks. They're about overcoming odds that seem impossible. They show us that your starting point doesn't define your destiny. Ronaldo's discipline, LeBron's sense of purpose, Bolt's joyful dominance, the Williams sisters' defiance, Pacquiao's survival instinct, and McGregor's unwavering self-belief, they all tapped into something deep within themselves. They turned poverty into hunger, adversity into strength, and doubt into fuel. Their journeys remind us that the real victory isn't just crossing the finish line, it's about the fight to get there. It's about having the courage to dream when the world tells you not to, and the resilience to get back up every single time you fall. So, the next time you're facing a challenge, remember these legends. Remember the kid sharing a room in Madeira, the homeless boy in Akron, or the apprentice plumber in Dublin. Their stories prove that with enough heart and hard work, you can rewrite your own story and achieve your own glory. Thanks for watching. If these stories inspired you, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you soon.